I'm Bev Adams. I own an independent paper crafting business showcasing products from Stampin' Up! I sell the products I used in this project and also a few items to make crafting more convenient. I'll have the free detailed directions for this project on my website. You'll see where to find that at the end of this video, so don't worry about taking notes. It's time to put stamps, ink, and paper together. I'm using Snowman Season. This does come with a coordinating punch, but I am not using the punch for this project today. I am also using the Stitched Labels die, and I will be needing my heat tool and a silicone craft mat. My inks are Coastal Cabana and Smoky Slate. I will also be using the dark Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Blends and the light Pool Party Stampin' Blends, the Real Red Stampin' Right marker, and the shaded Spruce Stampin' Right marker. And I will also be using the journaling pens, Shimmery Crystal Effects, Snowfall Accents Puff Paint, just a tiny bit of this lovely silver-edged ribbon. My cardstock is Whisper White. This is the thick Whisper White. It is 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. And I've got a little piece that I've already cut with this Stitched Labels die, a piece of the Let It Snow Specialty Designer Series paper. It's specialty because it's got glitter on one side, and you can use the punch to punch out some of these, but I'm going to use this side of the paper. For my own convenience, I am using the Stamparatus, and I have marked on my paper where I wanted to put it. I want to get all the stamping out of the corner, and it'll make my life a lot easier. I want my greeting to be all the way on the bottom, and so I have placed it as far as I can get it to the bottom and to the right, because I want to be sure that it is on this side of the cardstock when it's folded. So I'm just using the Smoky Slate. And then I'm going to be doing my stamping of my snowman on that cutout piece. So I'm going to place this in up against the top edge along that same line, but of course this is coming down a little bit lower. And this guy's going almost all the way to the top, so I just want to hold my paper down like so. And I have placed it so that this widest part is on this widest part here. Perfect. I'm using Coastal Cabana ink to stamp my snowflakes, and I just want to put them going up the side. I put them on the same block. There's two stamps that kind of go with this, and I just don't want to have there be like a row, an even row of them. I've brought you down really close because I want you to see how I do these accents. The Snowfall Accents Puff Paint is a lot of fun. First of all, you want to shake it up. And I don't know if you heard that, it sounds pretty sloshy. It's about the thickness of milk, and you just need the tiniest little drops. It might soak through your paper also, so I've got it on my silicone mat, and I want to kind of just hold the bottle on the side and get the first little drop off, and then just tap the dots. Now, maybe you are like I have been and got too much. Oh, that's actually too much right there. It's totally fine to just take a paper towel and wipe it off. It doesn't leave any marks. I think it's best to get that first little drop off because that first one seems to be extra large. And then I'm going to use my heat tool and you can heat on the silicone mat. And you do not want to overheat this, but as it heats, it puffs up. Let's see if you can see it on here. There goes that one. And you don't want to overheat it. But maybe you can see, yeah, I think you can see the dimensions on that. So much fun. I understand if you overheat it, it'll look like toasted marshmallows, and we don't want that on our snowballs. Now I want to color the snowman's nose and the pumpkin pie. And I'm coloring the scarf in real red. It doesn't really matter which marker you use because we're just using it for colors. I would have used all Stampin' Blends, but I don't have a real red Stampin' Blend. So I'm just coloring the stripes on there. I'm using the shaded spruce. I'm just kind of going over the pine needles here. The journaling pens have two sizes, a 0.05 and a 0.01. We're using the larger of the two. And I'm just coloring the coal for his mouth and his buttons. Then I'm going to use the pool party, the light pool party, just to round out the snowman's body here. So I'm kind of drawing around the bottom. And in the shaded area. And that's really just all I want. I'm also going to use the Shimmery Crystal Effects. If I had lots of time, I could color it now and then let it dry. But since I'm assembling it all right away, I'm going to wait until my card is assembled for that. So I'm just going to adhere the piece. I don't know if I said the dimensions on this. This is 2.5 by 4, so you get quite a few on your sheet. I just realized my dimensions were wrong on this piece. It should have been 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it's still scored at 5 1/2. But this piece is 2.5 by 4, so it fits in nicely here. And I want to put the ribbon on so it goes over this writing. And I'm just going to stick it on right there. And put it in a V a little bit, and then just snip it. I think this is about 4 inches or less. I'm going to put my snowman on with dimensionals. And he fits right there. And now that I've got the card assembled, I can use this Shimmery Crystal Effects. And I want it to sit flat, so I'm going to open it up flat. I'm going to put the tip on the bottom of the carrot and just kind of draw it up. And I want to give it a minute for this end to break off. And do the same thing on the buttons, except I'm going to just hold it right above and not pull it away. Just hold it above until it breaks off. When it dries, there's a little bit of sparkle in there, and I think it really adds a lot to this card. Here is the web address for this project. where you'll find the free detailed directions and links for the products I used. Just click the links and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! Under Shop, I have tips for online shopping, frequent shopping rewards, and products I offer to help you stay organized. I offer a cardstock sampler, taggers to help you identify those dies with lots of similar shapes, heavy-duty bags to store 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 paper, a replacement tip for the fine tip glue pen in case yours gets clogged, and a bow maker. Share my Evernote notebook of current products for a nominal contribution. It functions as a fully searchable catalog. Inspiration takes you to all my projects. If you're new to stamping, you might want to look at the basics. You'll find how to cut card bases and layers, what's special about Stampin' Up! Stamps, and some of my favorite tools. Under Organization, you'll find catalog tabs, labels and case inserts, a practically free stamp pad storage solution, a basic toolkit, as well as a compact desktop toolbox, and lots of color charts. You can take a tour of my craft wall. More organization means more time for crafting. Come stamp with me here in Ventura County, California, or get the best deal of all and join my team of crafters. The team is called SIP Together, and it stands for Stamps, Ink, and Paper Together. The team is made of crafters who want to save money on the products they buy, share with a few friends, or grow a business like mine. Be sure to subscribe to my website and on YouTube. I'd love to hear your comments. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye.